Hey guys, so today we're going to be talking about adding positive and negative decimals. Make sure you fill in your objective here at the top. Our next quiz is actually going to be this Friday, September 26th. It is going to be a very short quiz. So our essential question is, how do we add positive and negative decimals? Well, whenever we add positives and negatives, we have to follow our integer rules. So whenever you see a problem, you want to think of that first. Then you want to set it up and make sure you line up your decimals, and then you're just going to solve. So let's go ahead and just do a few examples together. So let's say we have something easy, like a positive plus a positive decimal, such as 0.25 plus 1.3. With my integer rules, I know that a positive plus a positive is just a positive answer. So now I'm just going to add. So I'm going to set this up, and I'm going to line up my decimals. So I have my 0.25, and then I'm going to write 1.3. Got my decimals lined up, and I'm just going to add. Now, this empty space right here, I can just fill in a 0, and then I just add from right to left. So 5 plus 0 is 5. 2 plus 3 is 5. I'm going to bring down my decimal, and 0 plus 1 is 1. So 0.25 plus 1.3 is 1.55. Let's do a negative plus a negative. Now, according to the integer rules, whenever we add negatives, we just add like normal, but our answer is negative. So since we're adding like normal, I'm going to go ahead and set this up like an addition problem, and I'm going to line up my decimals. And I can fill a 0 in this space. Now I'm just going to add from right to left. So 0 plus 2 is 2. 4 plus 7 is 11. I'm going to carry that 1. And then 1 plus 0 plus 0 is just 1. And then I need to make sure I carry down my decimal. And since we're adding negatives, my answer has to be negative. So it's a negative 1.12. Alright, a positive plus a negative. Okay, according to our integer rules, whenever we're adding unlike numbers, so a positive plus a negative or a negative plus a positive, we take the bigger number minus the smaller number, and then the answer is going to be the sign of the bigger number. So I'm going to look at this. I have 3.45 and I have a 2.7. A 3.45 is bigger than 2.7, so that means I need to do 3.45 minus 2.7. Again, I'm lining up those decimals. I can fill in a 0 in this empty space. Now I'm just going to subtract like normal. So I'm going to do 5 minus 0 is 5. I have to borrow for this. 14 minus 7 is 7. I'm going to carry down that decimal. And 2 minus 2 is 0. Now, our bigger number was the 3.45. That is a positive. So that means that this 0.75 just stays positive. Over here, we have a negative plus a positive. Again, it's going to work the same way. We're going to take the bigger number minus the smaller number, and then the answer is going to be the same sign as the bigger number. So I have an 8.1 and a 3.6. 8.1 is bigger than 3.6, so I'm going to do 8.1 minus 3.6. I've got my decimals lined up, and then I'm just going to subtract. So I'm going to borrow. 11 minus 6 is 5. Bring down my decimal. And 7 minus 3 is 4. Now, since the 8.1 was the bigger number, I see that there's a negative in front of that, so that means I have to have a negative answer. So it is negative 4.5. And that is how we add decimals that are positive and negative. Make sure you fill out your summary at the bottom. If you have any questions, please list those to the left. Have a good evening, and I will see you in class tomorrow.